Hello and thank you for joining me here today, my crafty friends. I'm showcasing this gold and silver foil papers from close to my heart. If that's piquing your interest, then please keep watching. Thank you for joining me at Creative West Aussie and welcome if this is your first time. Let's dive into the silver collection. I really like this check and the upside down hearts. I couldn't find what catalogue these came out of, and I'm not even sure if they're still available. But this is a nice print, bold stripe, and some big dots, and another starry small pattern. I'm just moving that around so that you can see how shiny it is. This is the gold pack, so I liked that first octagonal, another stripe, another floral. Not sure what that one is. Another dot, smaller dot, and this other interesting pattern which would look really nice on heritage or wedding photos. So these are the three that I'm going to go with. My inspiration is this card which I made for my daughter's 20th. I used part of this template, a mandala, for the card, but I'm using all of it for a double page spread. And gold stickers and glitter card, just tucking that in. This is the layout I think I want to use. That's where the mandala is going to go, and I'm thinking of some panels on the side. Let's get started. So I'm using some temporary sticky adhesive to put the center together so that it can overlap. Now I'm popping the template, which is that mandala shape, down, and I'm hopefully going to secure this with this tape. I don't want it to move around, so I'm putting some on the paper and some on the table. The three inks I'm using are soot, broken china, and that hopefully, and the straw will go a greeny colour. They're all the oxides from HOLTZ. I'm starting at the outside with the straw, and I'm a big believer in starting light and then adding more colour if you need it. So that's what I do. I do a little bit and then I go over and do some more until I get it as strong as I think I like it. Now there's the broken china. I'm using those blending tools, just the normal ones, and I'm not holding it down to stop the template from moving. I'm actually holding it down to stop the bits from poking up. Now I'm hoping you can see that where the blue and the yellow cross over, it's starting to go like a greeny tinge, which I kind of liked or was hoping for. So the soot's going in the middle. I blend it again, just gradually, starting off light, and see I'm going further and further out. The more I go out, just compare the shades, the more you can see that pattern, and I'm really glad I did that. And I'm going to keep blending, and then I'm actually going to add some more of the blue or broken china over, just to intensify it a bit. I don't need to do it too dark because I know that my photos are quite dark. So crossing my fingers and holding my breath, yay! It looks fantastic, and it's going to be some really nice contrast. But I do want to subtle that down a little bit, so this is where I'm just covering it over with some more colour. It kind of just softens those bright solid lines. So, and I'm feeling like it's making it a bit more the green that I wanted. And you can also see I added off screen a bit more of the soot on the inside. Now I'm doing my splatters. So I just popped that on a mat, and I've done black, gold and silver, which I'm not sure if you can see. Now, I try and be a neat crafter, so I tidy up as I go. First there, I'm using a baby wipe to take the most of the ink off, because I find if I let it dry, it's harder to come off. And now I'm going to use a bit of water. And once that's all clean, just that last little finish off there, all nice and clean. And now I can bring in my photos to see where I'm going to place those. Again, I compare to the idea that I'm loosely copying, and I think 2 panels will do. So off screen I cut 4 3 by 11 inches, and I also use the blending tool with the silver oxide to go around the edges. Silver dots, then the gold stripe and the stars. So I'm using an embossing tool to dry that off, because I don't want that all smudging. In Australia we can't get the dryer, so I just have to put it on the low temperature. Once it's dry, I bring in my photos. Let's get those placements set up. I do know I get a lot of background covered, but I'm okay with that, because like I mentioned earlier, the final photos are quite dark, and so that's really going to make them pop. Now this is where I bring in my scraps and think, oh, I might just matte a couple of pieces there. And this one I'm just working out, oh damn, it won't fit. Just going to do it the 1/4 of an inch on 2 sides, which will give me an 1/8 all the way round. And then I'm going to gut that for 2 reasons. One, I can save the inside for another project, or 2, it makes my pages a lot lighter, so my albums aren't so thick. I also find I have to put quite a lot of tape or adhesive down to hold on to that. So there they are. And then this one on the right here, that's going to have a flip flap, so I can add some more photos. So let's move on to the title. I'm going to use these scraps. I've got this large die or font that I'm trying. I might use alternative. So see how I'm just using up all the little spaces, and I'm just spelling out the words happy. Cut those out off screen, popping them in place. I think I like them where they are now. That will work. I'm going to put 20th on there. Yep, that looks good. So using my HOLTZ matte again, I'm going to use that for gluing these letters down, and I'm going to use my Tombow mono glue, which is my favorite, and my squeezers. So I am actually not using a T-square rule or anything. I'm just eyeballing it, and I'm just doing these 4 pieces because you don't need to see me glue all of those down. But I do show you the 20th, and the other ones I do off screen. And once I've got that all done, I really quite like it. So there's my last one for the 20th. I've done the happy, and I think I can call this done. Me fiddling with the photos again. I'm not going to make them perfectly straight or perfectly in line. I'm just going to have them like that. Yep, it's going to look much better with the photos on there. Oh, and look at my fingers. I've got black soot all over them. I better not make a mess. Knowing me, I'll get it everywhere. So I hope you enjoy these close-ups. I hope you've enjoyed the content of this page today. Please like and subscribe, as it does help my channel grow. Thank you for spending your time with me today, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.